I'm Bob Engleman. I'm a trustee of Tesseract and also a Tesseract parent. My daughter Leanne is currently a junior in the upper school, but she's also a lifer. She's been here since kindergarten. Needless to say, I've been hanging around this school for a long time. And one of the things that I see that makes Tesseract so unique, gives our children such a rich experience, is the broad socio-economic diversity of the student body. But that diversity comes with a cost. This year, the school will grant in excess of $700,000 of needs-based financial aid, pretty evenly divided on a per-student basis between the lower school, the middle school, and the upper school. Now, there are two major sources of funding this financial aid. One is our spring gala, but the most important is the Arizona Tax Credit Program, which was a program developed by the state of Arizona over a decade ago. This program allows individuals and couples to direct up to $1,000 in the case of couples and $500 in the case of individuals, to direct that amount of their state tax obligation towards a private school scholarship fund. Now let me give you an example. A couple who has Arizona taxable income of $75,000, that, by the way, that's line 19 on your tax return, will end up with a tax obligation of about $2,200. But if that same couple gave $1,000 to the Tesseract Scholarship Fund, their tax obligation would only be $1,200. In addition, you could actually give another $400 to a public school and another $400 to a designated, quote, working poor organization like the Boys and Girls Clubs or Campfire or a local food bank, and you could reduce your tax bill by the sum of all of those contributions. As a matter of fact, if you did all three, you could actually, with a $75,000 income, reduce and control where 80% of your tax dollars go, just leaving 20% of your tax dollars available for the politicians to dole out. There's a second part of this. You also can get a federal tax deduction. Double dipping is absolutely allowed. Again, it's not dollars out of your pocket. It's an allocation of dollars that you would otherwise give to the state in taxes. There is no net cost to you. Now, I know this program has been somewhat controversial. Last year, the Arizona Republic ran an expose on how this money was getting siphoned off in administrative costs and other things. I can tell you that Tesseract's program, upwards of 99%, get into the student's tuition account, and it's always been that way. There's also been a controversy about separation in of church and state, since much of this money goes to fund parochial schools' tuition. That case actually is being heard by the Supreme Court of the United States right now. Arguments were last week. However, most experts believe the Supreme Court will rule in Arizona's favor, but even if it doesn't, it does not impact this year's contribution. Last year, Tesseract raised $125,000 in this program. This year, I'm hoping that we can raise $300,000. To do this, we need not only your contribution, but the support of any friends and relatives who you have and know who otherwise aren't supporting a private school scholarship program. Think about it. Think about the number of times people ask you to support a charity or sponsor them in a walk or buy raffle tickets for some organization. Now's a chance for you to ask back in a way that doesn't cost them a dime. At the bottom of this email is a pitch for the Tesseract Scholarship Fund, as well as a link to make a contribution. Please take a moment to make your own contribution Then cut and paste the pitch and the link and pass it on to friends and relatives who otherwise pay Arizona taxes. Again, it will not cost anybody anything on a net basis. And the effort certainly will enable many deserving students to have an educational experience that is unparalleled in the Valley. Thank you so very much.